Hi everyone, my name is Melanie, Math Content Specialist here at Zinkers. Let's take a look at another digital SAT question and how we can use Desmos to help us solve it. This question says, in the given equation, b is a positive integer. The equation has no real solution. What is the greatest possible value of b? And we're given negative x squared plus 2b minus 271 equals 0. So I'm going to underline a few pieces of important information first. First is that we're told b is a positive integer. That'll help us later. And also that the equation has no real solutions. So back in the day, we probably would have solved this using the discriminant, done this by hand, but now we can use Desmos and a slider to help us do it. So I'm first going to type in my function, so negative x squared plus 2b minus 271. Then when you're prompted, hit add a slider for b. I don't need to put in equals 0 here. I'm just going to be playing with the function itself, so I can just leave that. And then what I'm noticing is if I zoom out, here is my function down here, green line. And if I play with this value of b, what's happening is this function is moving up slowly but surely. We're using the fact that b is a positive integer. So what I'm going to do is adjust the range for b. Right now it's between negative 10 and positive 10. I'm going to adjust it so that I have between 1 and let's try 200, just to give myself a bigger range. I'm picking 200 because I can tell that this function is, we're dealing with some pretty big numbers. 271 brings us all the way down here. So I know I'm probably going to be playing around with a bigger number. So what I'm going to notice is if as I move my slider up, here b is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, my function is getting closer and closer to that x-axis. Remember what it means for us to have no solutions. It means that this function is not crossing the x-axis. It could cross once, I have one solution, or it could cross twice, I have two solutions. I want to maintain that this function is not crossing the x-axis. So what happens is as I get bigger and bigger with b, I'm going to reach a point where, look here, I'm crossing twice now. So I want to play around with a value that's going to allow for this function to not cross the x-axis. And the question's asking for the greatest possible value of b, right? If I bump back down to, let's try 60, right? My function is not crossing. 108, not crossing. There's going to be a value, a greatest possible value, that's going to allow for this function to not cross the x-axis. So let's find out what that is. What I'm seeing is as I get closer and closer at 130, 133, 134, 135, oh, at 136, I do cross twice. So something is happening right before 136. B is equal to 136. Let's try 135. So 135, no solutions. 136, two solutions, right? So I know that the greatest possible value for my b is going to be 135. And again, this does satisfy the fact that b is a positive integer, and this is the greatest possible. If I go any bigger, if I go 136, I now have two solutions. So here my answer is going to be b equals 135. Is there another question that you want to see? Make sure to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like and follow our channel for more digital SAT content.